All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm doing a test 1 2 3. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. I'll give you guys a little bit of time to kind of settle in on November 25th on a Saturday around 1:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's great to have everybody. I like that you smiling cat that you like the music we chose. I'm trying to find times to switch it up a little bit. Uh, but I gotta get a couple of them for each month. But yeah, I'll try to do something a little bit different. Let me go ahead and switch over. See if you guys can see me. Hi everybody. This is Wesley Adams. I'm with the Central Ohio GameDev group. I guess sometimes my hands disappear. I'm trying something new. My setup for my computer is actually downstairs today. Which ends up being a little bit better. It's a little bit quieter down here, but we had some contractors come in and fix our roof from a hailstorm in the summer, so we're kind of going through that. But um, yeah, I just wanted to you know welcome everybody to the Central Ohio Game Dev Group, or COGG. We're very excited to do these events. We usually have about 3 events a month, which I'll go over in a little bit. But this event is really mainly for giving everybody kind of some news updates and things coming up month to month. So if you're ever interested each month, like wondering what our local community is doing, our game dev community, our gaming community, or whatnot, come to this one because it's going to give you a lot of good information. Things will definitely change from time to time, so kind of keep posted. I've posted some stuff in the social media group. As you notice, like it took me a sec to get there. I wasn't posting the right thing, but we got our website, thecog.com. That's going to give you everything you need as kind of a platform to start from. Most of the time, we're really involved in the Discord channel. I see a lot of folks growing there. So we do all our announcements there. We do them on Facebook, on Twitter, all that good stuff. So we try to keep everybody informed best we can. So if there's anything that you need support for or have questions on about things coming up, let us know. We do what we can to kind of keep everybody in the loop. So if you don't know a bit about me, my background is in 3D animation. I'm also a game designer, developer on the side. As I like to say, enough to know enough programming and whatnot to be dangerous, but not enough to do some crazy stuff that a lot of our communities can do. But we do tend to be, a background of Unity developers, Unreal developers, Godot is getting really popular, Construct, GameMaker, all the above. We're artists, musicians. We're just game enthusiasts, from folks coming in from like high school, for example, all the way through people working in AAA title games. So, like, just let us know. Like, we're here to kind of help folks best we can. We're a group, family group in a sense, meaning we've got a really tight-knit community, I'd like to say. So. Just give us a holler. We got a lot of really great folks in our communities. It's one of the things I mentioned during our Thanksgiving, little announcements, just thanking everybody for being so helpful throughout the years and years past, and just kind of like chatting away and helping folks if they get stuck or if they just have questions. We're gonna go over a little bit of some things that popped up in November, and some games that I've noticed you all have been posting. So this is kind of a good kind of collaboration of that. If you would like to be part of this presentation, say if you've got a game that you want to showcase, or you've got like a tips and tricks thing that you want to talk about, we always have these open to the public. So if you want to do something like that, oh, and that's the one thing I didn't grab, but we do have. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. We do have a Google forum if you're interested in. Um, and it'll kind of allow you to go in and fill out information about how to be a presenter. They're really attached to our game dev meetup descriptions, but I'll post it in the chat, and I'll call it Game Dev Meetup Presenter Forums, or a forum, right? So if you ever want to get a part of that, just kind of look up on our meetup page. Um, but yeah, so I've worked in 3D animation. I work with Multivarious Games and GDEX and anybody else, just kind of helping to grow the game industry with a couple other folks. It's not just me. If you see some folks from COGG, it's usually Tony. He's in the Discord channel. We have, Scott has been with us for a while. He's always kind of helpful just on the side, and then Tom's been there as well. He's actually with Multivarious Games as our lead programmer. And then we have, Caleb Eno, who runs our Let's Plays. He's a great person to talk to as well. Has a lot of game development experience. They all have lots of great game development experience. So let us know if you happen to see us. Like, say hi. Like, we're happy to kind of chat away. Usually on Discord or Facebook or whatnot. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our presentation. So we're going to go through that. So this is kind of like a little snapshot a couple years ago of our group. So we are a growing group of game developers. Our goal really is just to kind of connect folks together and bring in opportunities to get people to kind of know what's around the Central Ohio and Midwest. So that's kind of our main staple, among other things. So we're a collection of game developers who want to help each other make games. We collaborate with other groups like CCAD, Columbus State, and OSU. We have 3 events a month. Some are online and some are in person. Just depends if we can get a venue. A lot of them are online like this. Right now, tentatively, what we have is prototype and play, which I'm looking to update that. There's a lot of different ways this can go. As you can see, we've got pending holidays. This is very common at the end of the year, especially during December, to have some of our events kind of move around, just because there's a lot of things going on. We like to kind of prioritize families first, right? We know that you all are busy and we're busy too, right? So we want to make sure that we can kind of find a date that works for you all, that's not just slap dab the day before Christmas Eve or something like that. So we're working on a couple things, some exciting things coming up. I can't announce them yet. But we're trying to find an event that could be a fun holiday thing for you all for COG. So as soon as I, get that information confirmed, we will announce that. So that's something coming up. We have prototype and play is usually our second or third Friday of the month. This month would be the 3rd, December 15th. If that all works well, we're going to try to get a venue for that. That's essentially what we're kind of working on. And if not, then we'll do it online. But if we can get a venue, we'd love to have everybody there, obviously. So we're working really hard to do that. The Let's Play series is the one, again, I mentioned before, that's hosted with Caleb Eno. Essentially, this is kind of like a... Well, I didn't even mention for those that are new. Prototype and Play is like an event where you can showcase your game. It's usually a work in progress, but it could be a finalized game or a game that you're marketing or promoting. We had a lot of really good presentations in Discord in November this month. So I'm really excited to see that growing, both online and in person. So if you ever want to showcase your work in progress, usually what we do is we start on a Friday night around 6 p.m. And then we kind of curate a group of people from channel to channel to kind of showcase what they're working on, give some feedback, and just talk about what you're working on. So that's been really great to see everybody join that. And thanks for everybody participating in that, both from the developer level as well as people just kind of looking at the game, or if you do happen to grab the demo later and give them feedback. This is a great way to kind of help developers out in a sense, because we don't usually like to work in a silo. Although I know there's a lot of folks that are like, oh, we just work in basements all day. But no, we love to talk to other people, get feedback, and see what's going on. So, kind of going back to Let's Plays. Those are the 3rd Sundays of the month usually. Again, this could be pending holidays, but usually that would be on December 17th from 2 to 4 p.m. So I'll get with Caleb and kind of confirm some of those dates. But usually what this is we either, get a community voted game, or Caleb might have a really cool idea for something to showcase, or sometimes we do local games that people are making. So as soon as we find that out, there's a channel in Discord which I'll show you guys a little bit about here in a sec. Um, that we'll talk about Let's Play games. Usually about a week before, we'll start a conversation. Say, hey, what do you want to play? What do you want to see shown? And we do a deep dive on like game mechanics or what's working well, what are things that are related to the genre, all that good stuff. Just kind of like break down the design of what this game might be. So that's always a lot of fun. That's usually on YouTube as well. And then the game dev meetup is this, right? So it's our news and events. Like I said, we're always happy to have people like talk about their projects or something they found that was useful as a tool or whatever. Anything game related, we're happy to have on here. Usually about 30 minutes or so, depending on how much we can let it go longer. And then usually there's like a Q&A from the audience. So those are always great. Check us out online. I kind of posted that in the YouTube channel, so feel free to grab some of those. We're going to be working as we can to update the Meetup Events page. That'll have usually most of our events. The COGG.com is a great place to kind of like get all our information. So if I were to kind of move through here and go to the COGG.com, you'll see all our social media events at the top right corner, and the big red button is the Discord channel. So definitely check us out there if you want to learn more about us. News and updates, we'll be posting stuff up here soon, but essentially this is a great way to kind of get information. If you have something you want to showcase, feel free to hit this here button. That'll open up a Google Drive form. And you can kind of fill that out, and I'll get that information and work to put that up here as a note. The COG games is very similar, so if you have a game that you want to showcase, we basically just have a bunch of them that kind of get, started at the top and pushed down, so newest stuff is at the top. If you ever want your game up here, just feel free to hit this here button. Same thing, Google Forum lets me know. I try to check that once every 1 or 2 weeks or so and get things up as we go. And you can always email us. I'll put it in here. Email info@thecog.com if you ever want to connect us directly. That actually goes to me, but I have that forwarded to other people too. So if you ever need and have any questions, you can email us at info@thecog.com, and we'll work to get back with you as soon as possible. So that's our website. You can also check out our Discord channel. I kind of mentioned before that we have a lot of different places to move around and a lot of different channels that are made for you, right? So if you ever are looking for a channel, you need some updates, which I'll kind of show here in just a sec. But yeah, so in some instance, we try to take feedback and kind of add some new things and kind of get that working. So for the most part, we have our big stuff at the top, the most important stuff. So like a welcome here. So if you jump into the channel, this is where you'll usually get that if you get that Discord link. There's a README channel with all our information. A lot of the links I posted today. Announcements is usually when we'll make announcements for things that we post everywhere. So keep an eye on that. You can even subscribe to this channel if you want to. If you like that, we have a couple other game channels in Discord that are publishing to that as well. So you might see that in, say, the Columbus State GameDev group or something like that. Events are kind of like when our YouTube channel gets posted to things like Let's Plays in this game dev meetup or whatnot. And then the introduce yourself is a great way to get to know each other. This is great if you're first starting in and letting us know your background. So definitely check that out. I got our presentation channels here. This is just for our streaming, so you don't need to see that. We have our Making Games category, which has Unreal, Unity, Godot, and other engines. So definitely keep in tabs with those if you have questions about a specific engine. The community has most of what you're going to need, right? So in the assign your roles, this is great. I usually like to encourage people to just basically assign yourself a technical, designer, or creative role. So if you're a programmer or like more of like a technical person, definitely do that. Designer is like people that like write stories and write up design docs about a game. Usually anybody else that doesn't fit into these three categories is usually the designer. If they don't usually go in one of these other two. And then creative is more like an artist, right? So sprite artist, musician, 3D artist, animator, all that good stuff. And a lot of times what I like to do is when I'm trying to reach out to folks, say if we're trying to get people connected, I'll ping those and ask people directly. Say, hey, I know artists might like that, and just say hi. So definitely check those roles, especially if you want to get those kind of notifications, because a lot of times they really help our communities out, especially if we're looking for work or if we're looking for people, to work on a project with. General channel is obviously what it sounds like. It's pretty much anything and everything for the most part. Um, the Dev Help channel is great because it's a great way to ask questions specifically. So this is kind of more like a forum-based channel. So you can start a new post here. You can add different tags here at the top to kind of be more specific. And we usually try to look through these day to day. So you can see about 6 days ago somebody had a question about JavaScript. So these are something that's great, especially if you have a very detailed question about things. We have a new channel, I think, that Tony created because one of our developers was starting up a new business. So we got a new business talk channel. So if you're starting up a business or have questions about that, definitely check that out. This is that Let's Play channel I was talking about that Caleb, that Caleb manages. He will start to ask questions about different games coming up. So definitely keep an eye on that. Art channels, pretty obvious. Like just you post up your artwork. We had some really cool stuff from Isabel. Thank you for posting. Really good stuff there. Check their artwork out, and you'll see a lot of updates here. Sound is pretty obvious. It's got a lot of, sometimes we do resources, sometimes we ask questions, or sometimes, we add SoundCloud stuff, for example. So that's a great place to go to as well. Screenshot Saturdays, it's just kind of like an end-all, be-all like place to kind of post your work in progress. Obviously, it doesn't have to be Saturday, but it's a great way to kind of keep people, posting often, right? So definitely check that out. Job and collaborations, if you have something you want someone to kind of help with, or say if you have a position and you want to post that position for somebody that you're looking for to help you out on a project or pay for them to do a project, or vice versa. If you're looking for work and you say, hey, I'm a new artist or programmer from such and such, right? And you can post your background here, then we can keep a tab on that and people can look through here. And when they're trying to look for folks, this is a great place to start. So yeah, definitely check that out. Share Your Games is a lot like, and I'll kind of go over a couple of these today, is a lot like our COGG Games channel, just kind of in Discord. This has actually been really active, last couple of months, so definitely check out that. There's some really good stuff coming up in here. And you can post your own, right? And it's kind of like a little semi-home base for your game as you're kind of going through. So definitely keep posted here. I mean, you're more than welcome. If you're a game developer and you want to post your Discord channel, please do. Like, we don't have any restrictions with that. I mean, it just has to be games related. So definitely keep posted there. And shameless plugs. It's like anything that is something you want to promote, you can post it here. So this is a great way if you have an event that you think is cool that's coming up, or if you are doing a Kickstarter, or if you have a podcast, or anything else that you're like, I just want to promote this real quick. We want you to keep it game focused if you can, but for the most part, like, we're pretty open. Obviously within reason, like, we don't want you like advertising cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, like potentially, things that aren't related to games. We try to keep that to a minimum. So there are great resources. Random is pretty self-explanatory, but resources is a great way. If you have a resource, if you want to post a resource, or learn more about something, Tony does a lot of this stuff because he's always searching the webs. I see Duke in there as well. So lots of good stuff there. There's the pets. We have other ones too, like there's Game Jam shares. So we'll talk about some Game Jam stuff coming up. Game time. If you guys want to play a game, there's great stuff for that. And then voice channels. So these are made for you. So if you want to listen to music, or if you want to talk to other peers, this is a great place to break out to that. Just ping someone and say, hey, join me on the peer support 1 channel, or hey, just want to chat, let's go to the general channel. the Game Time channel. So if you guys want to play like, I don't know, Among Us or something, you can join these and play. And then the other stuff are for like seasonal things, like well, there's Prototype and Play. So this is a great place if you want to start our Prototype and Play event. If we do it online, this is where you would start, and then we would jump around to other game developer channels that we create for you guys for that specific month. So definitely check those out. They have some cool stuff in there from this month, but then we'll clear them out and do next month and start all over. So these are a great way to kind of see what people are working on in progress as well. So that's our Discord. I like to go over that just because like it's a great way to get people to talk to us. It's really the most active part of what we are right now. We are obviously a mix of in-person and we have other social media stuff too, but this is a great place to kind of go to. Cool. So we'll go back to this. And then stop me if you have any questions. And oh, hello, artist 808. Good to have you. Glad you could make it to the stream. Yeah. So let us know if you have any questions throughout the stream, and I'm happy to answer them as we go. We have about 2,100 members on Meetup, 600 on Discord, so that's ever growing. And I kind of went over a lot of this already. So the events for December, so it is definitely, we're working to make it a mixture of in-person events and online events for December. So stay tuned with that. We're just kind of confirming email swaps and stuff, so we'll keep you posted there. And then here's kind of what we're working on today. So what I'm going to do is a couple of different announcements like we're doing now. We don't have any presenters, but if you guys do have something you want to talk about in the chat, just let me know. I'm happy to kind of chat, talk about that. And then we're going to go over a couple things, like for example, this month, if you may have saw it, GDEX has a really cool game jam coming up called the GDEX Winter Game Jam. This is the first of its kind, and then we'll showcase some games that we've kind of curated for this stream. So we have a question of the month, and usually what I like to do is after this discussion, we jump back into the Discord channel, and there's that general voice channel I was talking about, and we usually do like an icebreaker and catch up with folks for a little bit and just kind of see if anybody has any questions or if they want to talk about some things. We kind of go in there for however long you guys want to. I mean, the stream is till 4, but like, if you guys want to chat a little bit less or maybe a little bit more depending, I'm fairly free today. So, and we do an icebreaker question of the month. So what games are you looking forward to over the winter break? So if you have a game that you're like, oh man, I can't wait for that, let me know. My brother was saying, for example, Alan Wake 2 seems to be really good, so I'm going to try to pick that up and see if I can play that a little bit. So, and I need to get back into finishing playing the new Zelda game too. So, but cool. All right, so what we'll go ahead and do is, as I mentioned before, I want to talk a little bit about the Winter Game Jam. So I'll post that here. So this is new. This is somewhat similar to what we've done with GDEX. Like I mentioned before, I'm actually on the board for the GDEX Games Expo. So if you're not familiar with that, that's an expo that we do every year. It is pretty much announced at this point. GDEX is going to be moving towards the fall. There's a lot of reasons for that, mainly because it helps to support like a lot of our members in the Midwest that are like students and whatnot. Kind of makes it an easier time for them where they're kind of closer to home and all that good stuff. Cracks me up. This headset always turns off. Sorry about that. But yeah, so GDEX is going to be a great place to learn more about game development, as well as a showcase of games, as well as a place to play games. So we're planning a lot of things right now. As we start to get that finalized date, they'll send out a new notice. But it is at this point like working towards the fall of 2024. But in the meantime, we're trying to create a couple of different neat experiences. One being the GDEX Winter Game Jam. So this one is a month-long jam. We do that specifically because it has, a lot of. We know that is during a time that is like both where people are not as busy because they're off work, but also super busy because of holidays. So we wanted to give everybody flexibility. So just like the GDEX Game Jam during the summertime, you can start and stop whenever you want to. So it'll kind of follow suit. So if you've done that before, that's a great way to kind of just get familiar with what we're going to be doing here. It is going to be revamped with support from the Jamio Discord bot. So I've been working with multivarious games on a lot of different things with Jamio. So I know that we've been constantly working on that app, polishing it up. So now it's even at a better state. So we're working to do that again. And I'll be working with Tom throughout the winter game jam, and I think Lucas from multivarious games as well, to give you guys a good experience. So it should be a lot of fun. You do not need game development experience, as most game jams are kind of like that case. We'll have a lot of different folks in our communities interested in joining. I've already got a bunch of folks in the GDEX Discord, popping in, asking questions. So if you get a chance to check it out, it's a lot of fun. We are kind of working to cross-promote between IGDA, which is the International Game Developer Association, with Global Game Jam, which is coming up, which I'll talk about soon. Just have a great time making a game. We'll have a theme that it'll be based on, and it'll be a great way to learn something new, right? So maybe not learn something new, but like advance your skills, like in programming or music or artwork or whatever it is. Have fun making a game either by yourself or with other people. And if you want to learn more about the rules, they're not really super crazy rules, but they're kind of good guidelines to kind of abide by, just to kind of make sure that everybody's kind of on the same page. We're not going to like kick you out if like, oh, you didn't specify this specific color and font or something crazy. We just want everybody to have a fun time. So definitely check that out. And you can always go to the itch.io page to kind of register. So if you want to be a part of the game jam, this is step 1 of 2 at least. So definitely check that out. And then the next step would be to go to the GDEX Discord. So in here, let me see if I can open that up. Yep. Oh, nope. Let me just do that. Sorry. And what we've been having people do is just kind of start here. We're going to have some announcements coming soon. So stay tuned. We've got Jamio being set up, and we're kind of doing some winter cleaning, so to speak, to get that all good to go. But definitely, if you join these two, you're good to go. And then we'll give you guys announcements once you can start forming teams and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. All right. Let me see if anybody has any questions so far. Looks like we're pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is we got a couple of games that I wanted to showcase for today. So let's go ahead and get started there. Let me just kind of move to the first game. So, I forgot. I wanted to give a little shout out. We are still working to register our site for Global Game Jam. This is a Game Jam event that we do every year. It will be January 22nd through the 28th. They've moved this to kind of more of a whole week jam. We do it what they used to do traditionally, which is the weekend, so Friday night, Saturday, Sunday through the evening. So as soon as we get a site, we will let you know. We're kind of working with a couple of folks and getting that up and running. So as soon as we get that posted, we'll let you know. And that'll be a kind of a fun experience, so we'll keep you posted. And let us know if you have any questions on that. But yeah, definitely keep a lookout for a end of January Global Game Jam event. So that'll be fun. All right. Cool. So I'm going to move on to our games. So the first one I wanted to showcase is a game that we had posted in our, I think it was just our general channel, but Fairy Hollow is a work in progress. So if you ever want to join their Discord, they're building a 2D cozy action RPG inspired by Stardew Valley, where you manage a Renaissance festival. So the game is called Fairy Hollow, and they're building it in Godot 4. So if you kind of want to see some visuals on that, you can kind of check them out. They're kind of working on this periodically. and I'll go ahead and post their Discord channel if you want to keep up to date with them. So this will be kind of neat. I saw a couple conversations with folks on the different thoughts of game genre like this and what it could mean. And so it should be pretty cool. Like, I'm excited for it. Sounds like a neat theme that we can kind of work with. And as they kind of go through, you can go to the Discord channel and see their progress. Cool. All right. Next up, we have an update from one of our local game devs called Insect Adventure. So if you haven't checked them out, this is a great game. It's action Metrovania-styled game that explores massive worlds and battles against hordes of crawling, rolling, flying insects. So it's made by Mayo. If you've seen him on our Discord channel, definitely say hi. He's got a lot of really great stuff that he's always posting. So we've done a new revamp of that, and I'll post his information. So I always like to post at least if they have an update as well. So definitely check them out. Cool. So check out Insect Adventure. Let me double check that that does go to the right place. Good. Okay. Cool. And then he also has a Discord channel too that it does post updates. So he's done a Queen Dragonfly boss. And then added more story scenes, and the big thing he needs right now is just some testing. So if you happen to be able to test the game either through Steam, I think he also has a itch.io page. They might have to look in the links. Let's see. Yes, he does. Cool. So either one, Steam or whatnot, just give him some feedback. Maybe back in the Discord channel. That would be super helpful. So if you get a chance to do that, that'd be great. So Insect Adventure is another game that we have, and then we'll move on to. We actually had this one posted on our prototype and play. So Let 'em Cook did a huge update as well, and they are really fine-tuning and creating kind of a really solid experience. Excuse me. So if you get a chance to check them out, I'll post their links here. There's the website and the Steam page. So this is kind of a top-down action survivor roguelike where you play as a food industry professional fighting the ultimate bullet hell arena. So crush, squash, and mash all kinds of live food puns with a variety of kitchen utensils. So definitely check this out. It's a lot of fun. They did a big update on the UI stuff. He's definitely looking for feedback, so if you get a chance to, please play it. Let us know what you think. It's usually on some of our events like the prototype and play. You can give live feedback there as well. So thanks for joining us on our prototype and play event to give you some feedback, and then just excited to see this finalized. So this should be I think it says sometime next year could be start to wrap this up. So definitely keep in touch with that one. And a new one that came up from our group is Mole Maiden. So Mole Maiden is a popular sports R&D mine. In all Penny, I guess the main character, wants to do is fight big sister Coopera, or Capra, the Borough League champion. And to do so, Penny must leave the home, explore R&D mine, defeat the 5 Borough League captains, and finally face her sister in the ultimate battle. So I kind of showcase this a little bit. That's really funny. I love the voiceover. The music's great too. So yeah, check them out on Steam. I think they have a demo out right now, and they should be coming soon with the finalized version. So, add them to your wish list. I didn't know I didn't do that yet. There you go. Add them to your wish list. Give them a demo and some feedback. I posted their website, and so that should have all their really good information if you need to, want to connect with them and all that good stuff. So definitely check them out. They're from Cleveland, if I remember right. And that's something else I wanted to note too. Like we don't mind where you're from. Everybody's like, do we have to be from Central Ohio? I'm like, nah. If you find us and you want to network, like, and you want us to help promote you, like, as long as you're game related, like, we are happy to help you out. So, I'm very happy to help promote. We're very happy to help promote, this game. So, if you ever have anything you want to help promote or you think something's cool and we should talk about it more, like, we'll do our best to kind of promote, as much as we can. So, yeah, so great game, Mole Maiden by Tasty Games. So definitely check them out. Another one I wanted to showcase is a game that's new, but it's a work in progress. If you ever heard of them, it's called Stitched Together by the Teco Studio folks. You might recognize their art style. So I'll kind of play this one too. All right. Oop. So that one is Stitched Together. So definitely check them out. We saw them on, let's see, they've got actually their itch.io page. So if you're familiar with Sugar Creek or Never End Neverland, and Fatal Error, I suppose too, you will know the developer as well. So they have a great Discord channel that you can check out. Teco Studios. I wonder if I can send a link. I'll send that out here in just a sec. But if you look at their game updates, they're starting to add some posting here. So you can check it out on their Discord channel, which I'll send out here in just a little bit. Or if you go to our COGG channel under, what is it? Share Your Games. James Sanity went ahead and posted a new card here. So you can find updates as well. So definitely keep in touch. It looks like a really fun RPG game. So excited for that. And then let me see. We got a lot of stuff up here, but some of these I've already mentioned before. Try to update some of the new stuff, but definitely check this out. And then I think the last one I wanted to showcase is we've got Burner Knight Studios. He made a small horror experience game with his daughter in October. So it's kind of a neat little like creepy monster, that wanted to come up with his daughter wanted to come up with a spooky game idea called Duck You Dog? And so it's a 13-day challenge that he created. I don't know if this is part of a game jam, but it looked pretty cool. Let me go ahead and see if I can do a little shout out for it. Yeah, this is quick. So this is somebody else playing the game, so just so you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's got some really great illustrations here. So let me go ahead and post this information. In the chat. So we've got an itch.io page and then his Patreon page. So if you'd like to do work with him, he's a developer, a designer, an artist, all the great things. So if you ever want to support our developers, that's a great way to do it too. Let me see if I can. Here we go. Get a little bit further. I like the little leaf arrow. It's kind of neat. Some really creepy characters. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, so if you want to check out this game, it's called Duck You Dog. And it'd be great to kind of see what you think. And I was gonna say for Raul, if you wanna post this in our I'm getting mixed around. Sorry, my bad, guys. The Share Your Games channel. We'd love to have you up there, and get you some feedback if you want. No pressure. But yeah, that'd be another great game to showcase. So I hope that's helpful for you all. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 different games just in November. So if you ever do post, it could get shown up here. And we just want to help give everybody exposure to the many different things coming up. So definitely take a look at some of these games if you got some time during the break to kind of play some stuff and give some feedback. We greatly appreciate it. But yeah, this has been really, really exciting to see all the great work. As Duke said, there's a lot of really great stuff, promising games coming up. So I'll go ahead and switch back over. Let me see if I can. Oh, I see. Maybe. Ha! I think I mixed things up a bit. Sorry, my bad, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, I love OBS when it works. Let's do this. No? Yes? Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Oh no. I was gonna switch to my face, but I don't know if I can do that. It was working before. And now it's nope. Let me see. Oh well. Well. Oh, now it's working. Ha! Sometimes it just doesn't know. I don't know. That's just tech stuff. So, okay. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I want to, just thank everybody for showcasing their games throughout the month, giving feedback, and I hope this was, a really great snapshot of some of the things that our group does. So if you're new to our group, definitely join us in Discord. And if you're not, obviously, keep talking to us there and asking us questions. So yeah, I think one of the things I wanted to kind of note is that we are working quite a bit to bring in some cool holiday special events. They're just kind of taking some time to get through. So keep posted there. We'll be updating our Meetup page as soon as those are finalized. And then in the meantime, just have fun playing some games. Let us know if you have any questions in the Discord, and we're going to go ahead and sign off for today. I'm going to jump into the Discord channel. Let me go ahead and send a link for that. And so it's going to ask me to jump into Discord. I want a Discord there. And so we're going to jump into the general voice channel. So let me go ahead and copy that. That work. Let's see if that works. There. Cool. So that should get you access there. And then, if nothing else, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everybody, taking their time out on this busy holiday weekend. But I'm, very excited to do this stuff. So it's always kind of fun to see everybody. And if you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next event in December. So thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your Thanksgiving break, and we'll catch you next time. All right. Thanks everybody. Bye.